You're probably hearing a lot about the Manhattan grand jury weighing this case involving former President Trump. But what is a grand jury? What do they do? Are they the same as a regular jury that I see on TV? And what does this grand jury have to do with the former president? I'm answering all those questions in this video. So let's talk about a grand jury, what it is and what it's not. A grand jury is an arm of the court. It is not an agent of the district attorney, the prosecutor, or the police. It does not decide whether a person is guilty of a crime. It does decide whether a person should be charged with a crime or another offense. That's called an indictment. It is not a regular trial jury like the ones you get a jury summons for. The grand jury is not open to the public. The law strictly limits who can be present in the grand jury room during the proceedings. The prosecutor or the district attorney does not have to bring every case before a grand jury, only certain cases. The grand jury does make its decision similar to the way a trial jury does. They hear evidence and testimony presented by the prosecutor, then they vote. What's different? The defense attorney does not normally present evidence to the grand jury unless the person who's the target of the investigation decides to testify. Grand juries do have different rules in different states. In New York, 23 people sit on a grand jury and can serve anywhere from 2 weeks to like 3 months or more. The grand jury hears multiple cases, not just one, and a judge may or may not be present during the presentation of the evidence. In New York, a person cannot be brought to trial for a felony crime unless that person has been indicted by a grand jury. New York law also requires the target of a grand jury investigation must be extended an invitation to testify in front of the grand jury. So now that we know what a grand jury is and what it's not, here's how the Manhattan grand jury is playing into this case involving the former president and the $130,000 payment made to Stormy Daniels. We know the Manhattan grand jury has been working through this case for a while. As of Monday, they are not done. There is no indictment yet. We don't know how long they've been working on it, but we do know the Manhattan District Attorney has been investigating this case for years. In the last few weeks, we know the former president turned down the opportunity to testify in front of this grand jury, and today we know Trump's legal team requested a witness to testify on behalf of the defense. It's also worth noting, New York isn't the only state with a grand jury investigating the former president. There's also a special grand jury investigating his actions in Georgia.